You're
great.
You ready?
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm great.
I'm always ready.
You're great. You know who else is great?
Xung Lam.
Sung's great.
Sung's
Sung
great.
is here. Sung is here. Sung is here. Sung is here.
It's good to be here.
It's good to be here. Let
Is
me point
it?
this right in your.
Okay.
Let it get right in your mouth.
All right.
I'm talking about the microphone. That could be weird.
Can you hear me now?
Sung's
I can hear you
here.
so
He's
well
just-
now.
Mike's putting his fingers in his
I'm
mouth.
just casually putting my fingers in our guest's mouth before the podcast. Traditions. You gotta have them, right?
Gotta check the levels here. And just put your finger.
Let me check the level of your temperature, like a baby does. Wait, that's a butt thing. That's never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
how
got
things work.
real weird real quick.
In honor of Mother's Day, we're checking everyone's temperature like a mom does to a baby. Nope.
No.
That got shut down real quick. Thank you for tuning in. We don't tune. Thank you for downloading the Hug Life Podcast,
yeah.
episode
It's a
38
good one.
with Xung Lam.
We
Hey.
iTune.
And we iTunes. We do iTunes. You can rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. It means a lot to us. It actually really helps if you do that. So
It helps our mental stability
helps
in
my
general.
mental stability,
in general.
helps my ego. Makes me feel good. It makes Xung feel good. Does it make you feel good, Xung?
It makes me feel great.
Ooh, that's good to hear. We actually do have another rating. I just saw that. We're up to 12 now.
Really? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank
if there's a
you,
I don't know if there's a
Hugbugs.
review, but I can't check that right now. So
Yeah,
I'll
let's
check it.
maybe not talk about
I'll check
that.
it later. But yeah, so rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes.
This is a Hug Life podcast, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, we're doing that. Too. This is the Hug Life podcast. Also, feel free to. We're on Stitcher, and then we have a Facebook group that you can like. That's got a lot of
Yeah.
likes lately. That makes me feel good.
Yay,
so do
thank
that.
you for liking it.
And now we're gonna plug shows. Monica, where are you this week?
This weekend, which is May 14th through the 16th, I'm at the Comedy Underground in Seattle, either featuring or co-headlining.
It said you were headlining on the website today when I looked.
Wow.
Hey guys, I'm headlining.
Yeah, did you know that?
Nice.
No, well,
s-
I think it's supposed to be not just me though.
It says something like Witty City is the name of the thing.
My feature? No, I'm just kidding.
Is the name of your well, here comes Witty City.
I thought I
Some
was
dude in a bow tie
featuring
that
for
spins.
the.
This wackety.
We really contrast greatly. Well, that's fun.
Best
cool.
part as a headliner is when Monica has to take off the guy's prop box when she leaves. It always makes you feel good.
Just drag it. Hey, keep it going for your host as I'm dragging this trunk off the stage. Also, Battle of the Sexes is this Sunday.
Oh yeah, go to that.
Tacoma Comedy Club.
Tacoma
Sunday.
Comedy
I'll be
Club.
playing again, not hosting.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And all right, what was I thinking?
Your
I am
shows?
going to be at AFK in Renton on Tuesday the 19th. I don't have a lot of shows coming up because I have wedding stuff going on. So I will be not my wedding. I'm not getting married, a friend. But on Tuesday, May 19th,
With
I will be at
Monica now.
AFK, and then there's another date there that I can't
Wow.
remember immediately, so we'll just let it go. Okay, but that's my date, the 19th. AFK. Sung, where are you going to be?
I will be at Jazz Bones.
Ooh.
May 22nd, I believe.
Ooh,
Jazz Bones is the best.
One of my
Teaching for
faves.
Andrew Slater.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always a good time. It's kind of scary sometimes, but I've always had fun there.
It's
I've had some dicey moments at Jazz Bones. It's no lie.
yeah. But they're honest
Not
with you,
a
I
lot.
feel like. Even though if they like you, they fucking really like you.
If they
If
hate
they don't,
you,
they
really
fucking
don't
hate
like
you.
you.
No. Yeah, I had fun though when I did that room. Good. Jazz
Good.
Bones.
How was
Classic.
everyone's Mother's Day?
It was great.
Sung, what did you do for Mother's Day? Tell me
Uh,
slowly.
My family went down to this place called the Chinook House, I think. It's in Ballard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it a fish place?
Yes.
I knew that because a Chinook is a type of salmon.
Yes.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Alaska born.
classic Pacific Northwest.
Chinook is the
Chinook.
name.
Mhm.
Also, humpy is a type of salmon. It's a pink
didn't know
salmon.
that.
Okay.
No one has a restaurant called
Humpy.
Humpy's.
Why is it called that? We should.
Because it's got a hump on its back.
Maybe a
The
really
pink salmon has a
high-end
hump on its
seafood
back.
restaurant called Humpy's.
Called Humpy's. Humpy's Bar and Grill. We
Yes.
only play Toby Keith. That'd be terrible. Terrible? I can't speak today. Terrible.
Terrible.
Was that it? What else did you do? Did you guys
Is
just eat there?
that it?
Yeah, we just had a brunch there.
Nice
Do you have-
brunch.
do you have
Was
a-
there a fish brunch? Was there fish in the brunch?
No, I think
fish-
it's all fish.
Someone
Yeah.
put fish in my brunch.
I think it's all fish. You ate there and you think, I think this is fish. I don't know.
I think it's fish. It tastes
Good.
like fish.
Ooh. What did you do, Monica?
Well, I hung out with Hot Pam, obviously.
Hot Pam and the Fox.
Uh,
7 to 7.
And then we went to see my grandma
Ooh.
and we hung out. We had a little champagne.
Do you call her Nana Nevi?
No. Call her Grams.
Grams?
She's a bad bitch. She's like, She's
I've never heard anyone describe their grandma as a bad bitch.
well, you've never met my grandma. She's like both of them, my grandpa and my grandma. They're all here. They're fucking still. They're sharp, hilarious. She is so funny.
Was this the grandma that said
painful.
she hid naked too?
Oh,
The same one.
I think she just doesn't give a fuck anymore. You know, like she's.
Monica's grandmother said, if you don't have money for a present for your significant other, you can just hide naked and have them come find you.
In the house, yeah.
Which is a good gift. It's
That's
a good
solid
gift.
But
advice.
she's one of those people where she doesn't laugh when she says stuff like that. It's like she's very straight faced, and everyone else is dying. She just doesn't break. Like we were at my birthday 2 years ago at a nice Italian restaurant because that's where we go for all of my birthdays, and I may or may not have been a little bit high, just a little bit, and we're sitting there, and my uncle was like, "Oh, we're gonna go visit a friend's grave tomorrow," and then he goes, "Well, if we all keep eating like this, we're gonna be buried next to him, right?" And so we all kind of laugh, and then my grandma goes, "If we keep eating like this, we're gonna have the burn farts." It just doesn't break, and I start crying laughing, and she's just like, "Nope, that's what I meant to say."
The best part about that is how burn farts are worse than death.
Right? I know. Especially for an old lady.
Yeah. Apparently you've never had the burn farts before, else you'd know that you wish death upon yourself when you have the burn farts.
I wouldn't wish burn farts on my worst enemy.
It's true. I would rather you die, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I wish death upon you, but not the burn farts.
Anyway, so I spent yesterday celebrating those classy ladies.
Ooh. I went to a barbecue with my mother and some of her friends in Tacoma.
Captain Iron Peyote Jack.
Captain Iron Peyote Jack. And she wanted to make sure that you okayed that name. That's what she told me yesterday.
Oh.
She's like, did Monica okay Iron Peyote Jack? I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Our moms have nicknames. So Monica's mom's Hot Pam.
Right now.
And then
Hot Pam.
And then
Hot Pam.
my mom's Iron Peyote Jack because she wants to be a pirate.
She is a pirate.
Yeah, she is a pirate.
She's a pirate.
Minus the whole like
captain.
illegal activity thing.
That you know about. Maybe she's just a really good pirate.
She's a secret pirate.
She's a secret pirate.
Shh, don't tell anyone. Super secret show. June 3rd.
5th.
Damn. Oh, so close.
Sung did a secret show.
He did do a secret
Yeah.
show.
How did you
have
feel
fun?
about it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. They liked you. It was good. It's good fun.
I go
Except
so far as to say they love you.
that lady fell asleep.
Yeah, well, that was my fault,
Oh,
apparently.
that was
So
That wasn't your
Amazing
fault.
moment.
Well-
I think she was gone.
yeah. Well, I told her to stop talking, and then she fell asleep.
She's so good at falling asleep in shows, though, that lady. You can tell it wasn't her first rodeo.
Dude,
Like,
she was
out.
asleep the whole time, and Derek was very obviously talking about her.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Front row. Didn't know. Didn't care. Alcohol. Be careful.
She did a pretty good job of doing one of those, like, wake up and smile like you're still,
Just
like you
like,
know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, it's great.
He's so funny. Always talking about me this whole time.
Oh, I didn't even know because I passed out.
Anyways, so Sung was at that one.
Yeah.
His biggest fan is that girl.
Is that girl? Yeah. Nap Girl.
Yeah. Girl. Haven't seen her since. So I don't know.
But her name is Nap Girl from now on. Mother's Day was fun. I worked at Tacoma Comedy Club this weekend. I opened for John
Oh
Lovitz.
yeah, how
Oh,
was
nice.
It
that?
was very fun. I featured for John Lovitz. Corey Michaelis hosted. Corey is like one of the best. I love Corey.
Yeah.
He's very funny.
And he's super funny. Yeah, he was killing it in the hosting spot. And John Lovitz was very funny too. It was a really good time. And John brought his
That's
adorable dog Jerry,
Jerry.
who had the biggest underbite I had ever seen of any dog in my entire life. And it was pretty cute. But I took a picture one time and like it was shadows were right. And I'm like, it looks like Satan. Like your dog looks like Satan with the underbite and like the shadow over its eye. It was really
His
creepy.
name is Jerry. That's a good dog name.
Yeah, Jerry.
Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. We gotta leave the park. Don't poop in the park.
Jerry and Carl.
Did you bring him into the club?
He did bring him into the club. He hung out in the green room with
Oh.
Jerry. So John and Jerry hung out in the
John
green
and
room.
Jerry.
Man, you can do whatever the fuck you want if you're a headliner.
If you're a
right?
headliner,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do anything. Like you can bring your adorable dog in. It was funny because when John was on stage, we'd all go in and play with Jerry. So it was a good time. It was a good show. Fun stuff.
Sounds awesome, man.
Yeah, it was good. So today on the podcast, I'm having a tough time with words today.
Yeah, today.
Today on the podcast, we're changing it up. We're changing up the format a little bit. We always talked about this, how we'd do one topic.
Well, we did it a couple times,
Yeah,
but we didn't
really,
tell you.
We didn't really dive into it like we really wanted to.
Right.
And so today we're going to do a thing. I've thought about calling the segment Positive Spin. Does that sound nice?
Yeah.
Little media wordy?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
cool?
good.
Yeah, I went to college. Got an
We
English
could do
degree.
a little sound effect. Positive spin. Yeah,
Like a news ticker? Or I could just use my mouth to do it.
No.
No? We're not going to do that anymore?
No.
Okay, welcome to
That's a
Positive
good
Spin, everybody. Positive Spin, my feelings today is what we're talking about. Actually, the topic today is something that I love and something I love to hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's Facebook.
Yeah, well, doesn't everybody?
Doesn't everyone hate it or doesn't everyone love it?
Doesn't everybody love to hate it?
I think everyone loves to hate it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I know this is the thing, is to talk about the good, I feel like we have to say the bad first. And there's going to be a lot of bad.
Yeah.
You gonna go real quick with it, or what do you want?
Well, I think I'm going to read the...
Dumb bitches.
Am I right? I'm going to read...
Pictures of you right after you gave birth.
Are you just naming things you don't like?
Yeah,
on
about
Facebook?
Facebook.
Here's what I had written down for things I didn't like about Facebook.
Political opinions.
That's a good one I did not put on there. Political opinions is the worst.
Constantly.
Or someone that puts like a photo, and it could be either way of just like being something outrageously liberal or outrageously conservative, where you're just like, this, what's happening right now?
Like a spider or something dropping right on you, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like going down a little bit.
Wow.
Wow!
Oh, gosh!
It's moving.
There's a spider in studio. Monica, trap it.
With what? I'm going to get your... Oh, good thing we still have his candles out there.
And he's in. Good work, buddy. And now you go to the floor.
Shower buddies for life.
Shower buddies for life. I caught that cliff-hanging spider with a candle. He's fine. He's great.
He's going to crawl back up here in a second.
Yeah,
but
he's going to viciously maul me. Now I feel like I have spiders
hey,
everywhere.
Spider, you're great.
Hey, Spider, way to interrupt the positive spin segment.
He's spinning a positive web.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you sit in that
That's
for a
for me. Yeah, all right.
We need more laser sounds, like the Offbeat podcast. So political stuff.
Yes.
We have
What else?
bad bitches, is what you said, or whiny bitches.
Not bad bitches are good.
Bad bitches are good.
Dumb bitches.
Dumb bitches. What does that
bitches.
constitute to you?
Just dumb people.
Just people saying like, "Oh my gosh, my hair is crazy today," and that's it. Like monotonous statuses.
Yeah, or I think yeah.
I just took out the trash,
That
YOLO,
stuff.
or something like that.
I just woke up. What? Who cares?
Now,
Yeah.
do you
And you're like again. What?
do you hide people on Facebook?
Oh, I
Ooh.
just learned that
Yeah.
like about 3 months ago, and I've been a hiding machine, and it's changed my life. It's made it so much better. If you just pretend the people that are your friends don't exist sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So political. Oh, go ahead. You had something to say. You pointed.
Well, okay. So with the hiding, some people. Who was it the other day that kept? Oh yeah. So I don't know. When you have more friends, it's harder to like see everyone's stuff. So you kind of get like a selective view.
Yeah.
Someone the other day kept talking about shit, and she was like, "Oh well, I posted it on my Facebook. Did you see it? Did you read that? I posted it on my Facebook."
That is the
I was
worst.
like, I did not see any of this.
That's the worst.
I'm sorry. Like that's how
Yeah,
I'm supposed to
people
keep up with
expect
you.
to. Yeah.
Right.
The worst kind of people to me are the ones that are like, "Hey, did you see that thing I posted on Facebook? You see how many likes it got?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna pee in your mouth. I'm so mad right now." I
Keep
can't-
talking.
Keep talking because here comes the pee. All right. So upset right now. Like I don't like it. I don't like what it made people become because they're like begging for likes. It's the same thing with Twitter where you're begging for for favorites and retweets.
Yeah.
That's a different show. For favorites and retweets and
different
stuff.
show.
But I wrote down stalking because that's something that Facebook just makes it really easy to do, and I know this because I will
You do it.
casually stalk people. Like just not stalk them, like message them creepy things, but like try to find the people that I like. There was a girl that I hadn't seen in like 8 years, and for some reason at midnight like 2 weeks ago I was like, I wonder where she is, and then I did this like crazy Facebook search thing just to try to find her, and I finally found her. It was really rewarding, but I was like, I feel creepy.
Yeah.
Like afterward.
Well, and in reality, like
I
you
didn't
could
message her or
never
anything.
do that before. And I think it's actually very detrimental to people when they break up because
Oh,
you
yeah.
still like
Yeah.
even mutual friends, like you still see them with other people or whatever. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, just get out of there. Big Sean, stop looking at her Instagram.
Dude,
Man.
this
Like,
is the
give
worst.
yourself a break.
You know what my least favorite thing is that happens during breakups that people do? I do not like music quotes like posted music
I
quotes.
have done a couple of those. I'm not gonna lie.
And I don't like Monica's song.
Like
It's
just
not true. I love
music
Monica.
posts in
You're great.
general, or just music posts after a breakup.
Like just the
no,
lyric.
just in general, like when they write, when someone's like feeling down today, and then they write the fucking lyrics to "Dust in the Wind." I'm just like, really? Oh yeah. And then I picture that person singing those lyrics, and it makes me even more upset.
My favorite part of that is when one of the dumb bitches posts some like lyric from a song that I really like, and I'm like, first of all, you never do that. You are just don't ever post a Florence and the Machine lyric after you break up with some dude that was a piece of shit anyways. That's on my
Don't you ever put a Nickelback lyric on Facebook. I'm Monica.
I'm
and I love
Monica.
Nickelback.
No, please
My
quote
impression of
Nickelback
Monica.
as much as you want, but no. And then I'm like, oh,
Have you ever
you
posted?
think that applies to your life? Stop it.
Have you ever posted song lyrics? Be honest with us.
I probably have.
Oh,
I'm sorry about
Let me
that.
guess.
No,
Can I guess?
I've
Can I
done
guess
it.
the
I
song
mean-
lyrics you posted? Meow 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 meow.
No, I don't have to post that. I can. That song just follows me around.
That's actually his inner monologue at all times. Is just that song.
Do you own Cat's song?
I don't know.
You just love kitty cats.
Wait, you don't know?
I
Or
just
you
love that
don't?
song. I just like to.
You own cats? I don't know.
That would be really funny. I would like it as many times. I would like it and unlike it multiple times if you said, feeling really down today, I just want to put on my favorite song, and then you wrote meow 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 meow.
Dude, I had a dream where I was in a band that did a techno remix of the Meow Mix song, and we got really famous off it. It was like a fantastic.
Maybe it wasn't a dream. It was a premonition.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe you should
inspiration
make
has struck
that
you, song.
Lasers and cats.
So I had stalking on there. Have you guys been stalked on Facebook by someone before, you feel like?
I don't think so.
Because stalking goes into another topic I have called creepy dudes, which is just a whole other topic in
Right.
itself.
I have gotten a lot of messages that I don't know if it's stalking, but
But it's hard to spell my name. That's probably why.
Oh.
Yeah, because if
True,
people
a lot
see
of
me at a
people
show,
wanna
they're never
stalk you.
going to. They're never going to find me.
I make sure everyone finds me by putting comedian in front of my name. That's another thing I hate.
it's like, no, you don't do
I
that.
know. I don't know the comedian. Like that's something that like I just don't see people that are like lawyer so and so. Or like why makes people say comedian beforehand?
Maybe they should.
That was really funny. This guy put comedian before his name, and then people would just say comedian to him, like to his face, and he'd get really upset.
That's hilarious.
Well, sometimes like when you're tagging somebody in a post, their
Oh,
name
yeah.
pops up automatically.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So it could just like pop up when you're typing their name
Oh, and then it just says
into the
comedian.
post. Yeah, then it just so it looks like you put their name as comedian Mike whatever.
Comedian Monica Nevi. Is that what your name is now? Is that what you're
Yeah.
gonna change your name to?
That's actually
What if we said all
now that was my birth name.
this? What if we said all these things we hated, and then the next day Monica just did
Just
all of
did
these
all of
things?
them. It's effective. No, I do have there is I don't know because I have my regular personal Facebook that says Monica Nevi, and then I have my fan page that says Monica Nevi. And people get that shit confused so often. You know who does it the most? Hot Pam. Okay.
Hot Pam of the Fox is 77.
It's so not. Yeah, the whole tagging thing is very confusing, I think.
Yeah, I find it kind of confusing too, because when you're friends with somebody who also has a fan page, and then their stuff comes up twice, and
Right.
you don't know if it's their fan page.
Exactly.
Or if it's them.
And so then I'm like, should I put comedian? But what happened before was that I had my middle name on my personal page. So it was Monica Marie Nevi. But then people were putting that on show posters. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck. There's no way to win here.
I can't do anything right. By the way, I wanted to talk to you guys about this thing too. And this is something I wrote down. Everything is public, and that's obviously you can change. You can set it to private and stuff
Right.
like that. But what about public shaming?
Yeah. People use, I
You
mean
mean like calling somebody out on Facebook?
On
Yeah.
Facebook, because I found a news story. Yeah, I didn't find any news stories, but I found this news story. It's pretty juicy. It's a pretty juicy news story.
These are good.
You guys ready for it? Or you want to go? You go first.
Well, one more thing about the stalking thing is that I think everybody like looks people up or whatever, or
Oh,
if you
totally.
meet someone or you have a new coworker or something, right?
I look at Sung's profile like 7
So
times
there's
a
a
day.
couple of times that I've accidentally, I don't know if anybody else has done this, went to put it in the search bar and then put someone's name as my status. Oh shit!
You're like, no.
Yeah, you delete it as much as you can. I had a teammate do it in college, and she was like, this guy. We saw like another team playing, and she's like, oh, okay, John Coletta, and then she like puts his enter, and she sits there for probably 5 seconds, and she goes, oh my god, I put it as my status. And then the only other person who saw it was one of our teammates, and she just texted and was like, I saw what your status was.
Why are you trying to put my friend John in there?
Well, because that guy's name was John.
I don't know anyone named John Coletta, just so you know.
Well, that's why I used it.
Oh, you crazy.
God.
Okay. Sung, do you get stalked on Facebook before we move on?
Have I been stalked on Facebook?
Yeah, have you been stalked on Facebook?
I don't
See, how
think
do
so,
you
but
know,
I wouldn't
though?
know. Yeah.
I'm assuming
You
people.
wouldn't know? I mean, like, no one sent you,
Unless
like,
Dude, if
creepy
you're a
messages?
good stalker, then no one knows.
No one sent you, like, creepy messages like, I want to go into your big and tall store.
Somebody today
No, I
asked
don't
me if I
know.
liked foot massages.
On Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Dude, I get weird
Can
messages.
you not put my private
a lot.
messages to you out there on the podcast, please? Thank you. I have gotten...
You're like, oops, that was the song. Sorry.
Nope, sorry. No, I don't like it because, like, I don't get creepy messages, but I get messages and I feel like I have to respond to them.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, puts you on the spot.
Well, then
Especially
you
since they
can
added the
see,
scene
yeah,
thing. The scene thing is the worst. I'm like, how am I supposed to actively ignore people if they have seen by on it? Because I have to look at it.
Yeah.
I get so upset. Anyway,
Okay.
public shaming. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
All
the
right.
story.
All right. I'm just going to say the title, and you guys need to figure out what it is. 1,000 times over, I wish I could just take it back. Oh, well, I guess you already know what it is because the title says what it is. I thought that's the first part. Never mind. Mum, who shamed a man as a creep on Facebook when he was taking a Darth Vader selfie for his kids, offers groveling apology. So this mom in Australia saw a guy taking a picture and thought she was taking a picture of her kids.
Oh.
And he was actually just taking a selfie behind a Darth Vader thing to send to his own kids.
Uh-huh.
And the mom said he was creepy, and it got shared over 200,000 times. And like the guy was getting death threats.
Oh, no.
And like, yeah, also like, so the mom essentially said this guy's a pedophile, a stranger. She just thought he was taking pictures of her kids.
Did she take a picture of him?
And she took a picture of him
Oh, okay.
and put it there. And then like this, let me read what the exact thing said. I'm trying to scroll down to it right now.
Getting into some real shit here.
Okay, people, take a look at this creep. Today at Knox, which is the mall, he approached my children when they were sitting at the Frozen movie in the children's clothing section. He said, hey, kids. They looked up and he took a photo. Then he said, I'm sending this to a 16-year-old. I immediately removed my kids from that area and took them to security at the front. So I then followed them and took his picture, and he took off. Center management were straight onto it, and so are the police. Hopefully he is caught. Police said he is a registered sex. If he is a registered sex offender, he will be charged. This happened at Knox. Be safe with your kids. And it got shared like 200,000 times. Here's the weird snafu. When the guy said, I'm sending this to a 16-year-old, he really said, I'm sending this to my 16-year-old daughter. And and he was like talking to the phone because he was like trying to do, I think, a picture thing or like a Snapchat or some sort of crap like that.
Oh.
And she took, it was like one of those weird timing situations. But now the guy is inundated with death threats, and he went immediately to the police when he saw this happened because he's just like, I'm the guy in that photo, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. And the police
Right.
were like, oh gosh. He's like, yeah. And so the woman is like, feels so bad because at the end she says, well, I didn't think it was going to be like this. And I'm like, no, you knew exactly what you were doing.
Right. Well, her point was to like, and like, if she really thought that's what he was doing, I guess I get like, maybe not posting it on Facebook, but like saying something, you know what I mean? Like if some dude's just taking pictures of kids at the mall, you're like, well,
Here's
this
the
is-
thing that, like, if you thought about like 15 years ago, before all the Facebook stuff and everything was there, what would have happened? She would have taken a picture of the guy if she had a camera with her, first of all, not a phone.
Right. I don't even know if she would have done that. She would have been like, okay, kids, we're going over
And
here.
then, or
Like,
she would have
let's-
reported it to the police immediately and
Yeah.
just described what the guy looked like. It's just ridiculous. Because the thing that bugged me was when she said, I didn't think it was going to be like this. I'm like, you posted on Facebook. You don't know exactly what you're doing because that's exactly what Facebook and Twitter
Right.
does. Because people love to start hating people together as a group.
Yeah.
And you never know when something's going to blow up, too.
It's gonna
Like
bring up
anything
my
that you
whole
post, if it's public,
thing.
it can
Yeah.
be shared with anybody.
You have
right?
no idea. Like, there's
Yeah.
two people that have shared things that I'm like, who's that? That just shared like a joke I wrote or something. And it's like, oh, it's like one. It's not blowing up. It's just like one share. And I'm
It's
like,
like 200,000 people
yeah.
shared my post about strippers. No, it's
The charity thing?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, sorry. It was shared 20,000 times.
20,
Sorry about that.
which
But
is
that's
still a lot.
That's still a
It's
shit ton.
ton.
I'm not.
Especially for some mom in
It's
Australia,
more
she probably
views
doesn't have
than
that. Friends.
all my videos.
Oh my, combined.
Have you ever gotten 20,000 views?
No. That I know
I can only
of.
dream.
JK.
I can only dream of it.
Oh, what was I going to say? I don't remember.
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead.
This opens up this whole thing because I wanted us to do this story a while ago, but about Monica Lewinsky and how she was kind of like patient zero for internet shaming because that was when it was new and everybody knew about everything, like just the media in general. And so she recently did a TED Talk about like having to live with that. She was only 25 when that happened. That's fucking crazy to me. Like your life is completely almost ruined. She said she like thought about suicide a bunch of times, and just from like, and in reality, honestly, like it was his fault. Like, and everybody was like, oh, he's just trying to get his dick wet or whatever.
It's that double standard where like a girl's a slut and the guy's he's being a dude.
But then you just amplify that by like having everybody having access to the same story, and then having just a constant internet like that never went away. It's still there all the time. Like you just say the word blue dress and people, it's 2 words. And people know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So stuff like this, I mean, obviously she probably didn't have the intention of it going that. I mean, maybe, but
there's actually a book that just came out that was about this whole thing that I really wanted to read. It's by John Ronson. It's called "So You've Been Publicly Shamed." That's the name of the book.
So.
And he interviews people that this has happened to, because there's Monica Lewinsky. There's a woman who went on a flight to Africa and she tweeted a joke that was like, "Going so and so, hope I don't get AIDS." Like just thinking that she wasn't gonna. She had like 100 followers, like no big deal. And then
didn't she work for somebody? Then
she worked for some networking company or marketing thing. And then she got on the plane, tweeted it out, and while she was on the flight it went viral and she got like thousands and thousands and thousands of people like retweeting it. And then they started doing this thing, they're like so and so, like the hashtag started like, wait, she's in the air, and they were like tracking her flight and they were like doing all this crazy shit, and then she lost her job. But yeah, it's all this thing that's like, especially because thousands of people have probably made that exact same joke and they never got noticed for it.
Right.
But then one person decides this person's got to go down, and then it just fucking gets crazy.
Well, and now you have the power to do that. Like you said, like before, what was she going to wait for the Polaroid to develop and then like show it to her mom? Like
shake
exactly.
It's the guy, the blurry guy.
She can immediately post it to the internet and then have, a ton of people see it. So
it's like,
that's crazy.
That's the big negative to me with Facebook, I feel like, is because someone can get wrongfully accused like this guy did, and it just ruins your life, and everyone thinks you're a pedophile when you're not, which is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Hug life. But so anything else you guys can think of? I had everything's public. Oh, I also said braggy posts are bad. They're annoying. In relation to the thing we just mentioned, it's not that big of a deal at all, but like
I don't like it. Well, one thing I don't like about Facebook is how all your worlds come together, like, because you have separate worlds, right? You have your comedy friends, your work friends,
and your sex club friends.
Yeah, and then like
Monica's sex club friends, my foot massage friends,
same friends,
same group of people.
My yoga friends that I just watch. That's totally, and that's the other part, that cause there's this part where I'm like kind of on the fence, is that your family has Facebook, because I have family in other states, so it's like, okay, I like to kind of keep up with them and see what they're doing, but then I have like my conservative grandmother from Texas seeing all everything that I do and am involved in, and not that she just is not really a part of my life at this point. And so that is kind of a double-edged sword, I feel like, because it's like, oh, okay, I can keep in touch with some of my family, but then also they're going to know these things. They're like, as a kid or like a young adult, I suppose, like you do shit that you probably don't want people to know about, right?
Yeah.
But then now everyone, and I love my mother, she's the best, but like people will tag me in stuff. Oh, God. Hot Pam, you're the best. People will tag me and post for shows, and it's not my post, and she'll be like, oh, I love you so much, sorry I can't come or whatever, and I'm like, God damn it, it's not, everyone saw that, what are you doing?
My dad recently posted like asked, like we had like a conversation on a comment thread, and I was fine with it. I'm like, whatever, but like it was just kind of funny. I'm like, that's a parent thing. Like they're not thinking about it, because sometimes he was just like, are you opening or featuring? I'm like, I'm featuring. He's like, oh, great, that's good exposure. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Thanks,
It's like a conversation. It's just one of those things where I'm like, everyone's seeing this right now,
That's
but that's
hilarious.
fine. Yeah, but
That's awesome.
that's funny though. I wanted to read this before, but we're gonna read it now because so I did some research, and by research I went to Wikipedia, and I was like just reading things about it, and I'm gonna read the chunk to you guys about how Facebook started. And I want you guys to interrupt me if you guys think of anything that you want to add while I'm reading this. Okay. So,
Okay.
All right. So this is from 2003. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook. I think we're all there. I also never saw the Social Network movie.
You
Did you guys see
did
that?
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
You guys said so. Maybe this is. I don't know exactly what happened or went down. So this was
pretty
interesting to me. Pretty obvious.
No, I'm just kidding. Go read it.
Zuckerberg wrote a program called FaceSmash in October 28, 2003, which is just kind of a funny name for a thing.
FaceSmash.
Attending Harvard as a sophomore. According to the Harvard Crimson, the site was comparable to Hot or Not and used photos compiled from the online Facebooks of 9 houses. I'm guessing they mean fraternity houses or sorority houses.
Yeah.
Placing 2 next to each other at a time and asking users which choose the hotter person. So this giant social conglomerate started as a Hot or Not website.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is actually a classic game that I like to play in Vegas when they give us the hooker cards.
Hot or Not?
Yeah, then you just play, like, we call it hooker deathmatch, but whatever.
Dude.
And then you got to pick, and you see
You know what I
who
wanted
the
to do? I collected a
hot
bunch of
ladies.
them.
I have some.
I collected a lot. I have a lot of them too. I collected them in Vegas, and I was like, if there was a way that you can take these and make a Magic the Gathering-esque card game out of them,
Dude.
like where you got like hotness powers and like different things, I'm like, this would be, and like strip clubs would be like the land that you get the energy from. I went really into it. Like went really into it. So I was like, this would be such a funny fucking
That's
game,
hilarious.
like to play, like kind of a gag card, like Cards Against Humanity's a gag on Apples to Apples, like this kind of thing, but for Magic cards.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Adult, man.
Yeah.
I know adults that play Magic. God damn.
Oh, there's a lot of adults that
Yeah,
play Magic.
anyways.
To accomplish this, Zuckerberg hacked into protected areas of Harvard's computer network and copied private dormitory ID images. This whole thing I'm going to read to you is about
So
him pretty
Facebook
much.
stalking started with
Zuckerberg, patient
stalking,
zero.
with literal stalking.
All of this stuff. Harvard did not have a student Facebook, a directory with photos and basic information at the time, although individual houses had been issuing their own paper Facebooks. So I didn't even realize that was a thing before Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
It was like, that was the name of it.
Yeah.
Since the mid 1980s, FaceSmash
FaceSmash.
attracted 450 visitors and 22,000 photo views in its first hours online.
Whoa.
The site was quickly forwarded to campus group list servers, but was shut down a few days later by Harvard administration. Zuckerberg faced expulsion and was charged by administration with a breach of security, violating copyrights, and violating individual privacy. So this whole thing started with him hacking into shit. That's what made me feel really weird about the whole thing.
And now he's a billionaire.
And now
Right,
he's a
yeah.
billionaire. So I'm like, maybe breaking the rules is good.
People are always like, oh, Zuckerberg, he's kind of a dick. And I'm like, well, did you see where his moral compass was at when he started all this? Like, it's not that surprising.
Yeah. So the following semester, Zuckerberg began writing code for a new website in January 2004. He was inspired by an editorial on the FaceSmash incident. So he's inspired by his own thing, getting Steam, I guess. And on
I'm
February...
inspired by myself every day.
I know,
So
I know you
hashtag
are.
inspired.
Hashtag inspired. On February 4th, Zuckerberg launched The Facebook, originally located at thefacebook.com. 6 days after the site launched, 3 Harvard seniors, Cameron Winklevoss, Tyler Winklevoss, and Divya Narendra, accused Zuckerberg of intentionally misleading them into believing he would help them build a social network called HarvardConnection.com.
Yeah.
Again, just lying. And...
That's why they sued him.
Yeah, they sued him, and for 1.2 million shares worth $300 million of Facebook's IPO. So that's what was interesting to me as I was reading this, and so everything started on lies and criminal
Oh,
activity.
yeah. That's what that movie is about. You should watch that movie.
I never saw the movie.
You should watch the movie. It's
It's
a good
good?
movie, yeah.
Because I was just so surprised by the whole thing. I'm like, oh, this whole, now it's known as being a shitty thing to a lot of people.
Well,
who
because
started.
the Napster guy was a shitty dude too, right? And
Yeah.
That's who helps him do everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's played by Justin Timberlake, and he just sleeps with everybody. It's an entertaining
He also
film.
says here he got a huge investment from the PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel. So
They're all
ducks
best
fly together.
friends.
They're
We're all gonna
besties.
die.
We're all gonna die.
They're listening to us right
That's
now.
like an internet Illuminati. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. But now we have to talk about the good.
We have to.
We have to.
All right, everybody saddle up.
Everyone's
This is happening.
get on your saddle, your happy saddle, and let's just break this shit down.
Let's go for a ride on the happy horse.
On the happy horse.
Okay.
It says nay, but it really means yay.
Yay.
Oh gosh, that's stupid.
Hey.
Okay. So what do you guys think? I'm gonna fill in what I made, but what do you guys think are the good things about Facebook?
Keeping in touch.
Keeping in touch.
Keeping in
Yeah,
touch
with,
without touching people.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It is so much easier to send a Facebook message out to someone than call
That's like
them.
a thing now.
It's the
I
best
think
thing in
it
the
is
world.
such a like cultural thing at this point. Like how awkward people are in real life versus like what you'll say.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee someone in real life, the person who sent me the message that asked if I liked foot massages would hopefully never do that in real life. Equally as
No.
creepy, but
They wouldn't just walk up to you and be like,
Like,
"You like
hey.
foot massages?
hey girl,
Hi, girl. Let me rub them toes. Rub them feetsies."
feetsies. Well, if he said feetsies, then maybe. But
Feetsies and maybe. Let me rub those feetsies. Okay, because you said feetsies.
what these feetsies?
These ones? These ones right here?
No. Yeah, no. Keeping in touch is good. Like I said, well, I have friends that have moved, and that's pretty much the only way we still talk or still see each other.
Facebook?
Yeah, like we'll call sometimes, but
I do that with Xbox Live, which is also a terrible place.
anyways,
Anyway. I had that, keeping up with people. Anything else you guys can think of? Also, actually, let me mention this. You know how you said it's easier to keep up on Facebook? For me, this is just like kind of related to that. When text messaging came out, I hated it, and now I love it.
dude, I am huge on like, whatever the cool thing is. I'm not gonna do that yet.
And then when the next thing comes along,
Like
you're
have
like,
a phone
I
that
should have been doing
works
this a
or
while.
whatever.
Dude, I was just like you when texting came out.
Yeah.
I thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, texting, who is ever going to do that?
Just call each
Yeah,
other,
why doesn't people
assholes.
just call each other?
And now if you text someone and they call you, they're like, "Oh, I don't have texting." You're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like everyone has
yeah,
texting.
I like only want to text when people call me. I'm like, God.
I call you sometimes. I sometimes call you. And
I don't like texting.
I think when I call Monica sometimes, I'm like, she's gonna hate this. You're gonna do it.
I'm really bad at saying goodbye. I think that's.
Is that why you always start breaking down crying when we end phone calls?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I hate goodbyes.
I hate goodbyes. I'm gonna see you in 20 minutes for the podcast.
Right, exactly. Stop it.
Yeah, it's just funny because you and I are both like so behind the times. We're like, that's gonna blow over in a second, and then it's still here.
But I did that. Like I didn't really do it with Facebook. That was the one because when it first came out, you couldn't do it unless
no
you were
messaging.
in college.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was still in high school at the time, and I was like, "Oh, I want a Facebook because I want to be with cool older friends, right?"
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah,
too. It
you
used
had to be in
college
college.
only.
Uh-huh.
I think I was like one of the last years of that when it started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but then with like Twitter, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's dumb. And I love Twitter. Instagram, I only got like a year ago, and like
still don't have Instagram.
yeah,
I need to
exactly.
get it
See,
so
I
bad.
do it so slow, but now, see, I don't know what normal people think, but like I do things pretty much based on comedy, like, you know what I mean, like Twitter.
Yeah, you do write jokes on
and
Twitter.
just stuff like having, whatever, writing stuff like that, or Instagram or whatever is basically so people can like follow me and watch
But
me
do
do
you
stuff.
ever feel like pressure that you have to keep
Yeah,
up your account
all the time.
You have to
every
keep posting.
day.
Yeah.
pressure.
And then my brother calls me and goes, "Why haven't you posted pictures from you being on stage?" I'm like, "Look here, motherfucker.
Come on, Mosh.
I'm working with children right
I
now."
emailed the Mosh.
Yeah, he didn't say that he loves you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, it really hurt my feelings.
He
I emailed
said
her
he
brother.
didn't
I've
mean
never
to
met her
hurt
brother
your
in person
feelings.
ever, just so you know that. No. So I just made sure to say I loved him the first time I ever had a conversation with him.
I said, "Can you send Moshwin our new logo?" And he said, "Hey, here's our new logo. Love you, Mike."
Oh, I said, "Dear the Mosh."
Dear
That's
the
also how
Mosh.
I opened it.
That's probably why he was like, "I'm not going to read the rest of this."
That actually kind of leads into the next thing I had that's a good thing, is I think Facebook Messenger can actually be a really good thing. Like, I think it's almost replaced email in some instances where people
Definitely.
only Facebook message instead of emailing.
Well, because for a while, I don't think it was as professional. You're like, "Oh, I should
Yeah.
email instead of Facebook." But now I think a
It's
lot of
so
people
easy.
do whatever. My family, that's how we plan like birthdays and stuff. Is like,
Facebook messaging
or
groups.
we'll make an event,
Also,
invite like about 7 family members.
you know what Facebook messaging has over texting is you can actually leave the stupid conversation. Is in face and like
Right.
texting you can't leave the conversation. It's
group
the worst
messages.
thing in the world. But yeah, I put that on there. I put actual networking. I hate to use the word, but actually like getting your show out there or like
Yeah.
getting your music out there or something like that. Because before Facebook, like that's how most things are plugged now in stand-up comedy in Seattle. That's pretty much the
right,
main
and
thing
music,
is-
like you
Yeah.
said, like a lot of those things, and just like events. in
I like the
general.
events,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like getting invited to
Do you
events.
get annoyed when people like send you a bunch
Clearly
of them.
mass invite you.
Yeah.
I used to,
Like I'm not in Dallas,
but
right
I
now,
don't mind so much.
You know
fucking
what I
send
don't-
me
It
that
helps me
shit.
keep track of things because I'm very bad at writing things in my calendar.
That's
and stuff,
good.
so
My
when I get those
phone
reminders,
somehow, like, I don't know how to make it stop, but it like will put reminders that like pop up when it's like 15 minutes before this event or whatever, which would be awesome if it was only the events that I was going to, but it's every fucking event.
Yeah,
And I don't know how, and it does this thing with the map now where it's like, if you're going to go to this, you should leave now. Like, look here, bitch.
You know what I started doing with events where I unabashedly decline events now. I just don't like it.
Or I'll
never
hide
did-
them.
Yeah, see, I would hide them, and now I'm just like, no, I'm not going. I'm just being honest. And it's like, do you want to write a reason? I'm like, no, I don't want to write a reason. I'm busy. And I'm
Well,
just like,
I like that though
decline.
because like with our show, like I want to know who's coming and who's
Yeah.
like if people are.
yeah,
you know what I
I'd
mean?
rather have people say no, I'm not coming, than
Yeah.
have people just leave it there the whole time. That's
Yeah.
exactly where I feel too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I
That's
mean,
good.
I think I actually think that it's easily the number one publicity tool for all of Seattle stand-up comedy is Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's on Facebook. Now, that's another thing that I forgot to say was in the negative, but I forgot to say how much I hate Facebook groups sometimes because you get invited to them for no reason, and you're like, why? And you don't know you're in the group until like 3 months later, and
Then you
what
get
is this?
notifications that people are posting in it, and you're like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is
It's
this?"
really funny. My high school reunion has a group. My 10-year high school reunion has a group, and
When
it's
is
just
that?
like
Is that this year?
I turned 20. No, I'm 27. That's next year.
Next
when I
year.
turn 28. Yeah, I feel old now. Thanks, Monica.
When are you gonna die?
Soon. The rate I keep
It'll be
eating,
2
it's gonna be
years after that.
real
No, just
soon.
kidding.
Dude, my 20-year reunion. is
Speaking
coming up.
of
Really?
Wang
Couple years,
twins,
Yeah, a couple years.
really?
Did you go?
Dude, I'm
Did
like
you?
10 years older than
Did you have a 10-year reunion?
Oh, wow.
I did. Yeah.
How was that?
How was it?
It was fine. Yeah.
Did you guys hug a lot of people?
It was good seeing
That's all
everybody.
Mike is excited for.
Was you seeing people?
Yeah, this was before Facebook though. That's how old I am.
Oh,
That'd be
10 years.
interesting.
I had
Does
my
that
10
change
year
the
before Facebook.
dynamic?
It does change that because there's
of
people
your
on this
reunion.
group that do not give a fuck, and they're just like leaving because it's one guy that's really into like getting all this stuff together, and everyone's like, that's just a reminder that it's been 10 years.
Dude,
Like,
some
that's-
people are really negative about high school stuff, and maybe it was just a bad experience for them. But like that, I mean,
My whole thinking was I just don't think I'm gonna go just because by then I will not be around here anymore possibly, and it's
yeah.
just like
That's good possibly.
So I just was like, but it's interesting that you can plan stuff that way.
But
too.
I
It's
want to
like,
go.
everything
to
that's
be
a
like,
negative is also
look at
a
this
positive.
shit, bitches.
That's what you're gonna do. People are gonna be
Hmm?
like, look at this shit, bitches. Who
What
wants to
was
rub
that?
these feetsies? I'm
Look at these
Monica.
feetsies.
I would be
my
terrified that
toes
people would
painted.
ask me to do stand up.
That is something I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Oh
But what?
my
Then you
gosh.
just say no.
I've
Of course, I.
They'll be like, no,
At
tell a joke.
at
Tell
my,
a joke.
my
bitch.
work Christmas party last year, this guy's like, "How about you tell us some jokes right now?" And I said no, and he's like, "Come on!" And I'm like, "No, I said no like 4 times."
I've
and,
had
and
people
Katie's
go.
just like,
They're like, tell us jokes. I'm like, I don't do that for free. And then they'll
That's the
like
funny thing to
pull
do, yeah.
dollar bills out of their wallet. And I'm like, that is in my past. Okay?
I'm gonna start doing the same thing. We use the same line as you. The last thing I
I
had
always do that.
was making new friends.
Yeah.
Do you guys make new friends on Facebook? It's fun.
I guess.
When
I guess.
People.
Maybe.
Dude,
yeah.
I got a friend request like right when I started using Facebook, maybe like 8-9 years ago,
Yeah.
from somebody I didn't know, like some woman in the Czech Republic, I think. I think she was
Oh.
just searching the name
Just
Xung
fucking-
Lam.
just fucking
Just
around.
fucking everyone.
Yeah, so
Fucking everyone named Sung. Coming at
So-
ya.
which is it's weird because there's actually a lot of guys with my name.
Fuck
Sung
Lam.
Lam.
A
Yeah,
lot of.
apparently it's a popular Vietnamese name
Okay.
or something, but there's like 50
But you're the
of them.
best
Something.
one.
Yeah, so I got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got this
So anyways.
request from this woman, and I said, "Hey, do I know you?" And she was like, "I don't think so." And she like we never said
She's like,
anything.
"Not
but
yet.
Her
Snapshot.
posts
Here
still
you go."
Come up on my news.
Oh,
feed.
you
That was
Yeah,
that
we're
was the
still
conversation. Though.
friends.
Do we know
Yeah.
each other? No.
That's so
Well, let's
funny.
just
You
keep
know what
it
my
like this.
favorite
That's fine.
is when someone with your like name adds you just because you have the same name. Like I
Right.
have a couple
Yeah.
Mike Colettas add me, and I'm like, "You're damn right, I'm accepting this friend request."
I get some like hard Italian people who like don't know English at all, like
Some
adding
nitties?
me, yeah, and then we'll like.
I've gotten a
message me
couple of
and I'm
Colettas,
like,
yeah. A lot of the Colettas, though, I keep track of them.
I got a
so.
couple that are like politicians in Italy.
Really?
Really?
Maybe we can,
Make that happen? You gonna be a
Yeah.
politician?
a little no.
You gonna rub the
A
feeties
little
campaign?
that corrupt government money trickling
Trickling down.
That's what I'm looking for.
Trickle down economics.
Yeah,
You just want money from people,
Family
don't you?
trickle down.
Family trickle down.
As long as the other Xung Lams don't have more hits than I do.
on their YouTube
Like when you
channel.
Google them, you
right?
know?
Yeah.
My website should
That's the thing.
come up
That's why you
first.
hashtag
Yeah.
your name.
Dude,
Yeah.
So that was
It's
it.
not a whole
That's
lot
like
of
the good. Do you guys have any other good news about Facebook? This is my thing about it. Is like, I guess if you were gonna go in closing, all the things that are bad also are there because something good happens. Like,
Well,
I
yeah.
hate creepy stalking, but that involves Facebook messaging, which you need because it's the best thing ever. And then, like,
I do think that because of Facebook and Bing's homepage, use Bing, okay? Because I support
blech.
local, not businesses, but they support all my teams, so fuck off, Mike. But their homepage has like news stories at the bottom that are actually like the most relevant. And that's like the only way I keep up with what's going on, or if people post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it'll be, or they have like the trending thing.
Twitter comes to me first, usually for news.
Yeah, see that's the thing at work. I can't like sit and look at Twitter for very long, so it's
You can't handle it.
yeah, I just cry. No, I can't. I don't have time for that shit. But I feel like Facebook's a little bit more to the point, and like the more people that shared it, then I
Yeah.
can.
Because the bottom line is you're mostly seeing people you know, that you're friends with, that you really do know, which is nice.
And how else am I going to remember your birthday now?
That's
Not-
a damn good. That's another good thing is we all remember
That's a
people's
per-
birthdays.
Everyone remembers people's birthdays
yeah.
now. It's great.
Sung, do you have anything to say about Facebook?
Anything about the good?
About the good, yeah. Don't say
it's
the
good
bad.
for like social awareness, I guess.
Yeah.
That's actually
That's something I didn't have on the list. It's like the Egypt thing and all that stuff.
yeah. It's actually I think a lot of people are getting their news from Facebook or
Well, yeah,
now and like sharing.
that's a
sharing
good
news
point. Well, it's
with
such
each
a
other.
broader view now than like just before you just know the people you know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
now you get such a broader view, so you, especially with what's going on now in our country, I think you kind of understand a little bit more of what it's like to,
Yeah.
you know, you see other things. Because here versus, you know, being in Baltimore right now or something like that's a completely different experience that I wouldn't know because I'm not there. But,
Mhm.
you know, you hear about it and you see things, and I think it makes you more empathetic to actually kind of see what's going on than
Yeah. I think also a lot of this bad stuff stems from people using Facebook for bad reasons. Like it's
Yeah.
not necessarily it's a bad thing. It's the people behind it that
Yeah.
are terrible.
Yeah, so
and there's
just
nothing you can
shitty
really do
people
about those
shitty
people.
things
Yeah.
normally. So
I think that we're going to come up to that theme a lot in all the stuff we do with
yeah,
Positive Spin.
it's your
But that was
fault.
Facebook, and it's
Don't blame
fun.
Facebook.
And also,
hey,
we didn't-
Facebook, you're great.
hey, Facebook, you're great. Sometimes. We'll go 50-50.
It's not your fault.
But now we got to take the quiz.
Quiz.
Quiz time. You ready, son?
Quiz time.
The quiz today in honor of Mother's Day is what TV mom are you, Sung? So I'm going to ask you the
So-
questions,
Oh, wait, I haven't
and
even
then
opened this yet.
you tell me, and I'll put it in there for you, and I'll input the info.
Okay.
Okay? How do you feel right now? Do you think you're going to be a good mom?
Can I trust you to?
I'm completely honest with you because I want to know exactly what you think.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
All right. How do you want to spend Mother's Day this year? With family, duh. Getting a massage by myself. Opening up all the presents I know my family is getting for me.
Oh, my God.
I don't need anything special. Every day is special when you're a mom. What do you think?
Every day is
bullshit.
special. When
Every
you're a
day is
mom.
special when you're
Do
a mom.
you have a blog?
I'm gonna
Thrifty
write.
mom
I'm
blog?
gonna
Those
write.
are my favorite.
I'm gonna write getting a massage by myself because I've never gotten a massage before.
Really?
But I imagine it's not really a group activity.
I'm going to say with my family, duh.
All right. Next question, Sung.
I'm not a mom, though.
Your kid got in trouble at school for pushing another kid on the playground. Damn it, Timmy.
Motherfucker.
How do you handle it? How do you handle it?
Beat
I-
the shit out of him. Is that one of the... No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
not on there. I listened to my child's version of the
Sorry.
story. Maybe they had a good reason. Ugh, not again. I talked to them about how violence is never the answer, then make them apologize to the other kid. I try to punish them, but it doesn't really work.
There you go. That's a
I
solid
I
parenting
give them
answer.
a pat on the back. I'm sure the other kid deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What do you think, son?
And then I drink another bottle of wine.
I smash that bottle on somebody.
Well, I would think that my kid would have good judgment. So I'm gonna go with the last one.
The last one? Good job. I'm
I'm
gonna write that I try to punish them, but it doesn't really work because that's realistically what would happen.
I'm gonna say I would talk to them about how violence isn't the answer.
Oh,
I do this shit all
son,
the time.
how are you in the
My
kitchen?
children.
I'm no gourmet chef, but I can whip up a few delicious dinners. I'm at my best when I'm baking sweet treats. There's nothing but vodka in my freezer. I'm more of a takeout kind of cook.
I don't know why, but when you read that question, I heard it. How are you in the kitchen?
How are you
Like
in the
like
kitchen?
you just appeared or something? Like he's like, oh, how are you in the kitchen? Okay,
What do you
sorry.
think, son?
I can't cook at all, so I'm gonna go with the last one.
The takeout kind
Yeah,
of
I'm a
cook?
takeout kind of.
There's no vodka. in your
I'm
freezer?
actually also a takeout kind of cook. Actually, I think I can whip up a few delicious dinners now that I think about it. I can do some spaghetti pretty good.
I'm gonna go with that one also. Pretty.
All right, you got to choose a
good.
carpool ride. We got a van. We got what appears to be a Maserati. We got a
what's
Ford
a-
Focus. We got an old station wagon, and we got a hearse.
Maserati, because you
Maserati,
can't
yeah.
fit kids in there.
I'm gonna choose the old station wagon because that's right up my alley. All right,
What if you just drove your kids around in a hearse?
you have to lay down in the back to make it completely safe. What's your go-to?
Keep talking, you're gonna be back there for a reason.
What's your go-to Saturday afternoon outfit? An apron because I'm busy baking. Heels just
Just
because it's the
imagine son
weekend doesn't mean
baking.
I don't look my best. All black, simple yet chic. Jeans and a cute top. I'm pretty much wear the same thing every day.
I got to go all black.
All black, simple yet chic.
Good.
I'm gonna
Simple
choose
yet chic.
jeans and a cute top.
Cute. That is a cute top you
Thank
have
you
on right now.
so much, Monica.
You're
Makes my
welcome.
boobers look great.
I'm gonna say the same. Well, I don't know. Jeans and a cute top, I suppose. However, that's usually what I'm wearing. So
Oh yeah. Choose the parenting quote that resonates most with you. Motherhood, all love begins and ends there. To the world, you
ends
may
there. She killed her kids.
She killed herself.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Not
Okay.
herself.
To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world.
Ooh.
Sometimes I feel like throwing in the towel, but that would
Facebook's
only make
talking.
more laundry for me.
Ooh, I like it.
There is no way to be a perfect mother, but a million ways to be a good one, or mommy needs wine. Do you want to do the laundry one?
Yeah,
I feel like you.
sometimes. I'm gonna
That's
throw
a
in
good
I'm
the
going to pick motherhood, all love begins and ends there. 'Cause I'm a sappy man.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're big
Yeah.
sappy guy. I'm gonna mommy needs wine. Mhm.
If money were of no concern,
I got an advertisement. What
Yeah,
kind
I
of
hit skip.
fucking
if I never use this website
Quiz
usually for
is
that.
this?
If money were no concern, would you rather work or stay at home with the kiddos? Work, stay at home, or I don't want to work, but I don't want to stay home with my kids.
I didn't have to go with the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the last one.
I
That's
think
going to be the one
is
that all
the
of us
obvious
choose.
answer. Dude, I wonder though, because some of the parents I have, I'm like, how are you around your kids all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Where do you keep all of your finger paintings and art projects that your child brings home from school? I frame them and hang them up on my wall. I stick them on the fridge for a while. Why would I want to keep this crap?
Stick them on the fridge.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm gonna-
I save some of the shit that they give me
I'm
for
going
a
to
while.
frame it
but-
because I care.
Okay, well, I don't keep it though. I wait till they're not looking and I throw it away.
All right. Choose a pet for your kids. A kitty, a doggy, a seal with a bow tie, a tarantula, or attention, no pets allowed.
This is a trick question. Everyone's going to want to seal with a bow tie.
I know, right?
Uh,
What do you want?
I'll gotta go with kitty.
Kitty?
Low maintenance.
What are you going to go with, Monica?
dog.
I'm going to go with seal with a bow tie, 100%. So happy you guys picked the other ones. Kids should be seen and not heard, encouraged to creatively express themselves, loved but also given limits, or allowed to make their own choices. Definitely for me not choosing the last one because that would be terrifying. You know, let a kid make all his choices. Wouldn't go to the dentist.
Well, yeah.
Terrible teeth.
It's all their choices or some of their own choices, you know?
Allowed to make their own choices.
Like, do you
What
want
do
to
you-
wear pants today?
Or a kilt.
Or a kilt. Or a kilt.
What do you want to do, son?
I'll go with loved, but with limits.
What do we give it?
That's a good one.
I'm going to choose encouraged to creatively express themselves.
That's nice. Seen and not heard. That is.
And finally, son, last question.
All right.
Time for a family vacation. Where are you going? Disneyland, Hawaii, Atlantic City. I'd love a good staycation, the moon, or does my family have to come?
Boom.
Hawaii.
Hawaii? Why did you choose Monica?
I feel like that would be the easiest as like a family vacation, just because Disneyland seems nuts. Atlantic City, why would you take your
you would
kids
never, why
there?
would you take your kid to Atlantic City? That makes no
Right.
sense.
Unless you're 80 and your kid is 50 or whatever. No,
Yeah, you
I
choose
would.
Monica.
I would. Does my family have to come?
I'm going to choose staycation. I'm a big staycation fan. All right. You guys ready? I got one.
Staycation.
You got one. Monica, you got one. Who should go first?
Did
want me to
you
go
get
first?
two different ones?
I got two different ones.
Okay. Let me go first then.
All right.
I got Peg Bundy.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not
Good
exactly
one.
the housewife type. You'd rather go shopping and watch daytime talk shows than cook and clean. You've never been one to coddle your kids, but that's okay because you're just toughening them up for the real world, right? You do love your family, even if you have a funny way of showing it.
Ooh.
Bang, bang, drunk mom.
All right, you ready for who I got? We got different ones than that. You ready for that? I am Marge Simpson. You have the patience of a saint. Seriously, you're the moral center of your family, and you always look for the best in your children, including your man-child husband. You've learned over the years that it's okay to treat yourself to a few fancy night out sans kiddos. That's mine, Marge Simpson. And are you ready for yours?
All right.
I'm really excited for yours. You are Claire Huxtable. From The Cosby Show.
Classy.
You're the ultimate
Huxtable.
TV mom, son. This should go in your credits, by the way.
He's
The wise,
also the
loving,
ultimate-
sassy mom all other TV moms aspire to
yeah.
be. You're devoted to your family, but you're also a tough working mom who balances your home life and career seamlessly. You handle the ups and downs of parenting with wit and grace, which is why everyone wants to be you. I think that just perfectly described our
That
guest.
is, I
Lam.
feel like my answer
perfect.
wanted to be Claire Huxtable, but then just found alcohol and gave up.
You're a
Yeah.
drunk
Peg
Claire
Bundy.
Huxtable.
Yes.
That was great. That was a good quiz.
That was
That
good.
was
We all
great
got
quiz.
different ones. That's
oh
great.
my gosh. All right,
Take
now we
the
got to do the
quiz,
charity.
guys.
It's time to go soon.
Is that?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's time to
yeah,
go soon.
yeah.
We got 4 minutes.
All right. Well, this one, we have like a whole story. This is actually kind of cool. Kind of. So Christine, this lady named Christine, she said it was okay that I talked about this, so that's
Yeah.
nice. She asked both Mike and I if we wanted to host and sung, actually, at some point. Host an event. They're putting on like a comedy show and whatever for this charity, and we couldn't do it, but I asked her if she wanted to kind of give us some information, and we would
Yeah, we'll
tell
plug it
you guys
anyway,
about
yeah.
it because it's around here.
We want to do the show, but we can't.
So it's called Party for Prevention. It's a benefit concert supporting the Boston Overnight Team for the Boys, which is part of like a suicide prevention walk. I know here they do one called Out of the Darkness. It's like a
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
like a
I've heard
nighttime
of that.
walk.
With candles?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard of
my,
that.
my mom does it every year.
That's because Pam's a saint.
She is a saint.
Love you, Pam.
And so this one is basically it's just a concert to benefit their team that's doing these things. So it's $15 at the door. Starts at 8:30. It's May 22nd, and it's at the Highway 99 Blues Club. And so I asked her a little bit more about like what, where does the money go to? Why did she? Because she just puts this on, and it's like just an annual thing that she does, but she just puts it on. And so I kind of asked her about it, and she told me, and she said it was okay that I shared this. She lost her brother to suicide in 2011, and so it actually was like helping her in the grieving process to put on this event and kind of do something. So the first one was actually on his 21st birthday, and Jubal performed, and it was
Jubal
at the
Flag?
yeah
From movie 92.5?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Prepare to get roasted, Jubal.
At the Tractor Tavern, and they said that it turned out really well, and people kind of donated their time, and everyone like had a fun time, and then all the proceeds go to the foundation. And so I asked her, like, kind of, what does that mean? I don't know. Now that I've gotten into this charity thing, I'm like, where is this money going?
Monica's very diehard
Is
about
that I
where the money
know it helps with resources for families touched by suicide and education. So she actually is attending training that kind of coaches people in like negotiation and kind of how to, and she put this in quotes, but like how to talk someone down. Basically, when that type of stuff is happening, which is actually a really cool thing, and I didn't know that just people could go take trainings like that.
I didn't know that existed. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of this funds will go to that stuff, teaching people how to deal with stuff like this, and then also, families that are affected by it afterwards, kind of helping them the grieving process and that kind of
That's
thing.
a great charity, and I'm really happy.
What was it called? Party for Prevention. Yep, I already
Party
said
for
that.
Prevention.
Yeah.
Great. That's good. That's a good charity. I'm excited. I was unfortunate we couldn't. I had a wedding and you were booked already, so we couldn't do the show. But
Right, but
I'm glad we were being able to plug it.
but they found some cool people that are going to be involved.
I think Sung's involved.
Yeah, I might be. I haven't heard back.
TBA on Sung.
Well, it might be the same night as the
Foot rubbing
the
party.
Jazz Bones.
Oh, Jazz Bones.
So I got
May
to double check.
26th.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it? The May 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll double check. We don't have to talk about your schedule on the podcast.
Yeah, we know.
I just thought I was just know.
You check back, let us know.
Yeah.
Do you have any charities or organizations that you are a big supporter of?
Well, I'll just plug a local food bank, Greenwood.
Greenwood Food Bank.
Food bank.
Greenwood
Yeah,
Food
if you live in Greenwood, as we do, you can stop by if you have any non-perishable items.
Canned foods.
Donate.
I actually have some
to
canned
needy
foods.
families.
Yeah. That's great. This is a good one. I like this new format what we're doing. So this episode will be called Facebook. Is what it's going to be called.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not FaceSmash.
FaceSmash. Maybe we'll call it. Let's call it FaceSmash. Okay, we're going to call it FaceSmash.
Come on.
But yeah. So thank you so much, Sung, for being on.
Thank you for having me.
And I really had a good time. Monica, you're great.
You're great.
Sung,
you're so
great.
Great. Peg.
Peg.
Bugs.
Peg's great. Oh, we should call each other by our real names. You're Peg.
Peg.
I'm Marge. And you're Claire.
Claire.
Huxtable.
Large Marge. Sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I am so
Talk
sorry.
about cyberbullying.
Peg's drunk.
You're great.